In this video, we finally commit to edit and do a footage comparison of the Sony FDR-X3000 action camera versus the DJI Osmo Action 4 camera. We know that it is an unfair comparison being that the Sony X3000 was released in 2016, while the DJI Osmo Action 4 was released in 2023. By contrast, it's a 7-year difference in sensor and imaging technology. We have been using the Sony X3000 for a while now, and we understand its characteristics quite well. We have a bias to the Sony X3000 because their codec matches our main Sony A-cams for broadcast very well in terms of the color science. We also love the optical stabilization compared to electronic stabilization. The shake and jitters are more natural looking compared to electronic stabilized algorithms where they go into a burst of blur in the images. The result of this comparison will help us decide if it's time to retire the FDR-X3000. To upgrade our inventory, we decided to buy the DJI Osmo Action 4 camera mainly because of one single feature: the 10-bit color codec. However, after taking delivery of our Action 4, we were very disappointed as there were hot pixel issues during long exposure photo and time-lapse capture. We simply had to return the Action 4 camera because DJI reseller refused to change a unit for us, and DJI isn't helping with my situation. The whole experience of getting immediate support to a genuine faulty camera with hot pixels was just terrible. Now let's get to the footage comparison. To be very objective in our test, we would like to clarify that the footage from both cameras are set at 4K 25p modes. The Sony X3000 is an older camera and doesn't go beyond 4K 30p. We are hoping to see a more natural image and color coming from the X3000, but bearing in mind that these footage were only set to record XAVCS at 60 megabits per second rate. The camera can go up to record at 100 megabits per second. The two footage are also shot in a different time frame with different lighting condition and are not an exact match. We just wanted to compare how the two cameras looked in similar scene settings, similar bicycle-mounted conditions. So here's the comparison with DJI Action 4. The Action 4 is recording at H.265 codec, variable bit rate, and we checked the clip specifications. They were averaging at about 90 megabits per second. If we really want to scrutinize and be fair, we should be recording the Sony X3000 with XAVCS at its 100 megabits per second bitrate, but we'll leave that for next time. At this point in the video comparison, the Sony X3000 is really starting to show its age. The footage looked a lot softer, without details compared to the Action 4. There is no way that the older sensor's 8-bit codec can compete in terms of dynamic range and color. The Action 4's stabilization is proving to hold up its algorithm very well when we compare to 2016's era of electronic stabilization. Perhaps it's time to really retire the X3000 if not for its real-time, live HDMI output capability. But given our experience with DJI Action 4's hot pixel and poor support issue, we'd definitely put purchasing another Action 4 on hold. Guess we'll still be holding on to the FDR-X3000 for now.